Everyone can hear me? Oh. Thank you, Farhan. In 2003, when I started my company, it was a fairly difficult thing for me. And I had some really good times and some really bad ones. I'm trying to stand here and discuss the good ones so some of you can do the same. First off, be prepared to do 100 different things. No matter whether you're an expert or you're not, be ready to start doing new things every other day. Because if you don't, this is what happens to you. You get buried under a pile of work, a mess, and things don't go anywhere. The real trick is to find a way to create structure so that you can hand it off to someone else, somebody else's problem. And that's a really good thing, and you try and do good things. Sorry. I try to do too many things, I guess. Nothing happening. Oh! Be comfortable with ambiguity. Things go wrong, and if you can't deal with it, you'll never work. And the next thing to do is find friends. Guys like these. Companies deal with a lot of paperwork. So find a friendly lawyer or a CPA and hand off these non-core things to those guys. So you can focus on what's core to you and to your business, what you do best, which is find other people to do work. Hire interns. I can't stress enough how important it is. They're cheap, they're passionate. The more work you give them, the harder they work. And that's really amazing. Build something which is a product which your customers can touch and feel. Something they can see. So they can trust that what you're saying you'll deliver. And customers in India, like everywhere else, they just love free samples. So they'll want something quickly, and you don't want to be spending too much money without getting revenues in. Another thing that you'll realize very quickly if you're looking at starting in developing worlds is time is very cheap and labor is very cheap. So a customer can spend a lot of that without being willing to pay you money. They're like Scrooge, very, very stingy with money. And that's when the oops moment happens. After doing everything that you wanted to, that the customers asked for, you still don't get any revenues. That's the time where you need to kind of take a step back and go and reset everything. Interns are great, but go ahead and hire some really brilliant people. People who will be the heart and soul of your company. Save all the money, and then focus on the customer. What is it that they're willing to pay for? Figure out exactly the one thing that they'll pay for. If you can't figure it out, no matter what you do, you won't succeed. So go talk to them, one-on-one, conferences, whatever it takes. And that's when you can do this. Launch like really great products. And that's the goal of everyone who's trying to start a company. Okay, so cutting out, things go wrong, as I've shown you a couple of times now. So in developing country, be prepared for contingencies. And not just one, be prepared for many of them. Electricity, internet, road traffic, everything goes wrong exactly on that one day where you have the most important meeting. So prepare. You very familiar with this? It's very common everywhere else. If you can plan in advance, you can predict fairly well when something would happen. It's just a much longer time. And then finally, if you can't beat them, join them. Bureaucracy is a big problem, so go figure out how to work with them. If you can't, find someone else. Last but not the least, this is what you need to do very, very often. Celebrate every small success, because it's so bloody hard. You need the energy to go out, get up every morning, and work 24 hours a day. In summary, be prepared to do 100 things. Be humble. Nothing's too big, nothing's too small. Have plans, long durations for something to get done, for contingencies, and then save all the money you can. Be very, very frugal. And now, most importantly, focus on your customers. Figure out what What is the thing customers would pay for against something which is just nice to have? That's the lessons I learned. Hope somebody would find it useful.